Hi, we have a mixture problem here where a goldsmith combines pure gold, costing $300 an ounce, with an alloy that costs only $100. So he wants to mix the two, make a combination, or make a mixture that's 40 ounces that costs $2.20 an ounce. Okay, this is a classic mixture problem. And with mixture problems, much like coin problems, the driving characteristic is that if you have some amount of something and you multiply it by its unit cost, you get the total value of that entity. So in this particular problem, let me just kind of draw a line here, the best I can do. We have gold, we have an alloy, and then we have a mixture of the two. All right. Now let's just fill in what we have is a sort of a 3x3 table if you look at it, right? Where anything in the first column times anything in the second column is going to equal the value in the third column. So let's just fill in the information that we have. We know that the gold costs $300 an ounce, right? That's its unit cost. 1 ounce of gold, $300. 2 ounces would be $600. The alloy costs $100 an ounce, and the mixture that we make is going to cost $220. Right, so that's what we're given as far as the unit costs. Now, the only other piece of information we're given is that the mixture, the end result, is going to total 40 ounces. So our amount, the total amount of metal we have at the end is going to be 40 ounces. And the gold and the alloy are going to combine to equal 40 ounces. So maybe there'll be 30 ounces of gold and 10 ounces of alloy, or 15 gold, 25 alloy. But we know that these two things are going to add up to a total of 40 ounces. Okay, so where do we go from here? This is the given information, and I have that in green. Let me pick a different color now and start trying to compute some things. Well, we know that 40 times 220, the amount times the unit cost, is going to equal the value. Let me get up a calculator here. And we know that 40 times 220 is going to equal 8,800. So in this right-hand column here, this is 8,800. Okay, but that's all the other information that we can directly compute, until you realize that you need to, at some point, figure out how much gold you have, right? And so, if we don't know what it is, we can assign the value x. And if we assign that value x, then x times 300, right? First column times second column is third column, 300x. All right. Now, what about this alloy? Well, we could say, we don't know, maybe use a different variable like y, but that overcomplicates things because now we have too many variables. But if you think about it, if we have a total mixture of 40 and we have x ounces of gold, then 40 minus x is how much the alloy we have, right? Because x plus 40 minus x equals 40. So remember, this is a lesson probably right in the beginning of the chapter, that if you have two things that add up to a total, one of them's x, the other one is that total minus x. Having done that, now we can multiply the 40 minus x times 100, and that's 4,000 minus 100x. And values are cumulative, right? Or they're cumulative. So in other words, if we have $1,000 worth of gold and $2,000 worth of alloy, you add those two up and you have $5,000. Well, in this particular case, let me erase that, sorry, we know that the value of the gold is 300x. We know that the value of the alloy is 4,000 minus 100x. And we know that the total value is 8,800. And since they're cumulative, you just add them up, and you should be able to solve this for x. So let's go ahead and do this. Combine like terms, right? So 300x minus 100x is 200x. subtract 4,000 from both sides. And on the right hand side we have 4,800. And if 200x equals 4,800, excuse me, divide by 200 and you should get x equals, well, if you can't figure this out in your head, again, get your trusty calculator out. Oh, excuse me. And 4,800 divided by 200 is 24. So 24 is our answer. 24 what? 24 ounces of gold. And as a result, 40 minus 24, which is 16 ounces of the alloy. So 24 ounces of gold, 16 ounces of the alloy, that's the mixture that combines to give you these values. And this is something that you can easily check. Just plug in the values for x now and make sure that the table works out. Hope this helps.